great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking, and this is episode number 782 of the show. How's everybody doing? How is your Mondays? Your week off to a good start? We got a couple early shows this week, today and tomorrow. Got lots going on. I'm giving a talk to the international students at Southeast Missouri State tomorrow at noon, so we'll do our show at 10 tomorrow. How is everybody? For those of you who are fasting, how's your fast going? How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun? Let us know in the comments if you did anything fun this weekend. The boys are home from college. 2 of the 3 boys are home from college, so it was nice seeing them. We went to iftar at the mosque last night. That was fun. And just been chilling. Let's go ahead and get started. Mr. Vinicius is here. Hello.
Hi, Jamie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for your videos. It is very supportive and transmit a lot of positivity for us.
Awesome.
Jamie, I have an issue because I have applied for the T visa along with the I-192, the admission permission. So they approved my T visa, but they denied my 192. They did not provide any information at all. They only gave me 33 days to file a motion and submit strong evidence. They also did not say what type of evidence they want. So in this case, I have requested for the FOIA, but the FOIA, that they will not give me the records until that 33 days to file a motion has expired. So according to the FOIA team, we will only get the FOIA next month in April. So in this case, I don't really know how to call the motion for what, because they didn't provide any reason for what they denied or what type of evidence they request.
Well, I think you're just going to have to wait for the FOIA and then reapply for the I-92.
Oh, okay, because the motion, the 33 days period is going to expire within 33 days. So I have to apply for that again.
Technically, you could do the motion to reopen, but I don't think that would be a good call. I would probably just wait to see what you can figure out as to why they denied it, and then reapply for it. But so you're trying to get a T visa approved from outside the United States. You got it approved, but you're outside the United States.
No, I am inside the U.S. I live in Nashville, Tennessee, country city.
Okay. So I've never handled a T visa before.
Okay.
So
yes, I have watched your videos. I have heard you mentioning that. My T visa is approved. They approved my T visa. They just denied the 192.
Right. You should talk to an attorney who specializes in T visas and see if you're doing everything right. If you're not working with an attorney, what you're trying to pull off is pretty complicated. So I would recommend that you find an attorney who's good at that.
Okay. So even though if my T visa is valid for, let's say, maybe 4 years, and so in the future, if I just don't deal with the 192 now, and in the future when I have to renew it or apply for a green card or let's say join the military or something, would this be like a complication? The 192 denied?
I don't know. I've never handled one. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck, bud.
Thank you.
All right. KM is here. Hello.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I have an issue here. I am get a lawyer to file a I-130 for my son on June 19, 2019. I only receive a receipt from him. Each time I call him, he get upset. He said he have other clients to deal with.
How old is your son?
He is 32.
Yeah, so there's nothing to do but wait. There's a long. Are you a U.S. citizen or a green card holder?
I'm now a citizen.
You're a citizen?
Yeah,
Is your son married or unmarried?
he's unmarried.
What country is he from?
Jamaica.
And when did you apply?
I filed the I-130 on June 19, 2019.
So right now
But
they're giving out visas to people who applied in 2015. So you still have in that F1 visa category, or even if you keep the F2 visa category, you still have 3 or 4 years of waiting. So they're just going to sit on the I-130.
okay, so on May 17, 2024, I received an email that they moved his case to Ellis, ELIS, and then they started it as a new application.
A new application? What do you mean?
I don't know. So it started back from zero. So the June 2019, I think they scrapped it. They forward the case to Ellis. So I become a citizen, and I mail a copy of my naturalization certificate
Yeah.
to California
Yeah. But did
because
you tell
that's
them?
where it was initially filed. But I haven't received a response.
Well, you need to notify them. So for some weird reason, the unmarried children of green card holders are going faster than the unmarried children of citizens because there aren't as many in that category. So you actually need to notify them that you want your son's case to be treated in the F2B category, not in the F1 category. And so, so that's what you need to do next. But even with that, you're still going to be waiting a few years.
So I don't know the exact address to mail it to because I sent one and I haven't received a response.
I would send it wherever it's pending. And you might have to send it 4 times until they acknowledge it.
So now they send it to Ellis. I don't know where is that. They say it's an electronic system.
I would
So I
call
don't
them.
know.
I would call them and ask them where your case is pending.
Yeah. And if so, do I need to change my lawyer or do I go about doing that?
I don't know. There's not much the lawyer can do other than you should tell your lawyer, hey, lawyer, I want them to be notified not only that I'm a citizen, but that I want to stay in the F2B category. And if they won't do that, if they don't get back to you, then call us and we'll try to help.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
KM. See ya.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Big ups to all the yardies. What's going on, TikTok? Anybody over there? Yeah, leave us some questions and Hina will compile them and I'll read them off in a little bit. Let's go to Arthur. Hello, Arthur. Nope, Arthur's gone, so we'll kick him out. Let's go to hello, Jim. Hello.
Hi, Jim.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much for your show. We have been educated from watching you.
Great.
And I think even after I solve my problem, I'll continue watching you. Thank you.
Great. Sure.
Yeah. So I came to this country 23 years ago, me and my husband. So my husband came with visa and our son applied for us in June last year. After 4 months, my husband got his green card, thank God. But my I-130 is still pending. I mean, it's 9 months already passed. And I don't know why this happening. Maybe because I came through the border by the time. And my question for you, what do you think about that?
Sure, it's a totally different process. So what country are you from?
Brazil.
Why did you come across the border if your husband had a visa?
I met him here.
Oh.
We didn't know each other,
I got you. Okay, so yeah, so your case is going to take a whole lot longer. I mean, it's great that you're now married to a green card holder because now you have a qualifying relative for purposes of the waiver. Did you file the I-130s? So he filed for an I-130 and a 45. Did you just file an I-130 by itself?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so that, your process is going to take like 3 or 4 years. So it's a much slower process.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get the I-130 approved, then you have to begin consular processing, then you have to file a 601A waiver. Now you have a qualifying. Well, are you guys using a lawyer with this, or are you doing this on your own?
Yeah, no, we're using a lawyer.
Yeah.
Uh,
So waivers next, and then after that, you go to the embassy, hopefully, to get your visa.
yeah, I start work. I got a list from the lawyer a while ago, and I start working the file. I make my, you know, I'm start building a file for the waiver.
Yep.
Um, but my question is, you think you're gonna take more longer till the Y-130 to be approved? How
Yeah.
long more? I think.
Like a year and a half.
And this is because I came through the border. They know by now that I came through the border by this application. What do
Well,
you
no,
think?
they probably don't know right now because you filled out an I-130 though, right?
Yeah,
And did you use your address in America?
yeah.
Yeah, so they probably, have no record of you entering. So, sometime soon they're going to know that you're here without authorization.
Yeah, and the other thing, another day you're talking about the new memorandum, and I was wondering if I'm gonna be affected by that.
Well, the I-130 can be approved without you being at the interview. So, as you get closer, if you get an actual interview notice, then you're going to have to make a decision. Do I send my child who turned 21 without me? I think I probably would, but I don't know. That's too far down the line. I haven't thought that far ahead yet because I haven't had any clients in that situation, but man, it's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
So I'm just excited to this to be approved. This at least the Y-130 because I think I'm doing a good job, making my file.
Well, the
And
great thing is you have a qualifying relative now. That's the most important thing, that your husband got his green card so fast. That's the best thing that's the best thing that's happened so far.
yeah. All right. So that's all for now. But thanks so much to take my call. I was
Of
waiting.
course. Have a great day.
I'm in New Jersey now, so I was waiting like until 11 here.
Good luck.
Yeah. Bye bye.
See ya.
See you.
Yeah, the waiting room's filling up fast. If you guys want to get in the waiting room, don't forget you always have to text the word show, SHOW, to 314-470-3300. That's how you get into the waiting room and able to ask me a question, because right now the waiting room fills up pretty darn fast. All right, we're going to go to Sudi and then to Abdullah, but Abdullah, you got to turn your camera off. Okay, let's go to Sudi. Hello.
Hi, Jim. Thank you for the
How are you?
opportunity. Thank you so much. I have
Sure.
two questions for you, but first I give you a summary of my case, then you know how it goes. So anyway, I filed for asylum 2014, but many interviews, nothing until 2020, January 2021, that they denied my case, and they sent me to the court, but the court schedule was postponed. So, and then the COVID happened, again postponed until August 2022. But meanwhile, I met my husband and we got married in June 2022. So a month after, I filed for I-130. We filed for I-130, and meanwhile, my court transferred because it was in California. I was in California, then I moved it to my husband to Ohio, Cleveland. So then my court that transferred here got dismissed from the court. And I filed, as I said, I filed I-130 in July 2022, and then they asked us, they wanted us for interview in 2023, and I got approval in October 2023, the I-130, and we filed I-485. The I-485 was waiting till couple days ago that I received email that they said they set a schedule for an interview. The interview is April 2020. I'm sorry. Yes, this upcoming April 15.
Yep.
So the question for you is that my case is marriage based, but what do you think? Why they ask another interview, and what are questions? How it will be?
So this is an asylum case from Iran.
Yes.
And so, is there anything that you're worried about in your asylum case?
Like what?
Like anything that isn't true or that you embellished or that wasn't entirely okay.
No. Actually, the reason the reason that I filed for interview asylum, it was because as a woman we had some social group and the government banned us, and I had a boyfriend, and later I found that he is part of the mullahs pastoran. I don't know if you know the name. So anyway, then I was and I wasn't Muslim anymore actually, and I was in threat. So that's why I left the country.
I think you answered your own question.
Uh-huh.
I think it's the boyfriend.
No, I don't think so. They don't know where I am.
No, you put it in your asylum application, right?
Yes.
So now you have applied for a green card. They went back and they pulled your asylum case, and now they have questions about things that you said in your asylum case.
Oh, like they're gonna ask about my asylum case to see to like what?
To see if you gave support to an organization that supports terrorism.
If I support them?
Yeah.
Oh, but I actually I escaped from them because
Yeah.
of the threat for
Oh.
my life.
Sure. But you said you had a boyfriend who was in a group, right?
Yes, and not in my group. When I found that he is part of the mullahs and I'm in threat, I left everything.
Sure. I get all that. But here's the thing. You have to remember, they're not looking for ways to approve Sudi's case. They're looking for ways to deny Sudi's case. Right? So in this big old fraud world we live in now, where they're trying to find everything they can, every reason they can to deny someone a case, they're digging into people's old asylum cases. And over the past year or so, we've seen more cases where what somebody said in their asylum case becomes the central issue in their marriage-based green card case, even though the marriage-based green card case has nothing to do with the asylum case. So I'm not saying you're going to get denied. I'm just saying it's unusual that they're calling you in for a second interview. Is there any other reason you can think of that is there anything with the marriage or anything? Marriage is cool and everything?
Now that was my second question that I said. That is, my marriage now is not in a good condition, and actually he filed for divorce.
Well, then it could just be that. They might just know about the divorce. The I-130.
How they know? I haven't changed anything in my case, like address, everything, they are the same.
Well, hold on. Did you move out or did he move out?
He moved out, yes.
Okay. So if you show up at your interview, how are you're going to show up there without your husband, right?
I don't know if they want me, just me for an interview, or they want, I don't know, because I haven't received the mail.
Okay. Well,
usually
now
they I'm sorry I interrupt you, but usually they ask both of us again or just me?
depends what they want. Depends what they want to talk about. But if, do you know for a fact that he hasn't withdrawn the I-130?
No. It was approved. He doesn't know that much about these things. Actually, the reason I believe I was out of normal, what they call it, outside normal processing time. So I sent them a mail a month after or some days after that the time was due, and I said, here is the summary of my case, and my medical exam is about to expire, and expired is in April. 10 days before the expiration, they scheduled me the date. 10 days after my medical exam will be expired. So I think right after that they received the mail, because I was tracking, they sent me, oh, we are now your case is with the attorney. I'm sorry, with the agent, and they're processing your case. And something like 2-3 weeks or maybe a month, they send, okay, this interview.
So the I-130 is approved or does not approved?
I-130, yes, a year after, 2023.
But you understand they can revoke that, right?
But I don't think so he did it. He is not
No.
that smart.
But the fact that they filed for divorce, he's not that smart. Okay. I don't like the way you're framing things. I think your case is in big trouble.
But yes, I am in court, is if you're saying. You mean they check the court?
Yeah, it's very easy.
Do you think, what should I do now?
Well, I think where do you live?
Cleveland?
You need a lawyer to go to that interview with you, but you have to see, I mean, your I-130 is still approvable if your husband would say, yeah, it was a real marriage, it just didn't work out, but you need to prove that up. That's very, very hard to get. This case is still, it's in bad shape. It's probably going to get denied, but there's a chance you could win the case.
And what's the chance?
Small, like 5 or 10%. If your husband would be willing to go with you to the interview and say, yeah, this is a real marriage, but we're getting divorced. I mean, if you haven't notified them that he moved out, and if you haven't notified them that he filed for divorce, and you show up at this interview and they think they're having a second marriage interview or a Stokes interview, or, you know, the I-130, all they have to do is hit a notice of intent to revoke and that thing's gone. And then you got nothing.
Okay. And okay, let me ask you, I'm sorry, but 2 more questions. First, if I get denied in this interview, what should I do next?
If you get denied, well, according to the new memo they sent out on February 28th, you have nothing keeping you here, and you're going to be put into removal and back on your asylum case, I guess.
Can I open another case to say, because of problem that I had with my ex-husband, that's why we ended up to divorce? It wasn't
What problem?
Like his addictions?
Addictions isn't a basis for you getting a green card.
Addiction.
His addictions, any addictions he has, unless he's beating you or being violent against you, there's.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, do you have that documented? I'm sorry that happened. Do you have that documented?
No.
Huh?
No.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like we're getting to a spot where it's pretty desperate to stay in the United States, and I think they're going to come at you with knives out. I think this is a really tough case.
Okay. So it means if I denied, there is no any other chance that I file for something else, another case to say.
What? You don't just get to throw out cases. What case do you think you have?
Like another case for asylum? I don't know.
You can make asylum in your deportation case.
So it means if I go to this interview, I get denial, and then they're gonna deport me?
There is a memo that came out on, I'm going to let you go after this. There's a memo that came out on February 28th that says that if someone is out of status and they show up for their green card interview and the case is denied, the officer is supposed to send that person to deportation.
What solution do you have for me? Then what can I do?
I wouldn't go to that interview without a lawyer, and I would try to fight out to prove that the marriage was real. It just didn't work out because he's an addict. But that's really, really tough. Good luck, Sudi. I hope everything works out for her. Let's go over to TikTok, see what Dami's got for, or what Dami. We should put Dami in charge of it. Hina's in charge. Maybe Dami can help you, Hina. Anayat85, is it safe to travel with an EAD within the States? If you are out of status and if you've been here less than 2 years, I would say no. If you're out of status and you've been here more than 2 years, I would say try not to travel by airplane within the States. My mother's a green card holder. And I'm married. Is she allowed to sponsor me for LPR? Nope. Dexter, what part in the I-130 case will my husband be able to enter after the I-130 is approved? No, usually the spouse comes in for the I-130 part of the interview. K Suite 1208. I'm married to a U.S. citizen. I came under the Biden program. Can my wife still submit the I-130 petition? You should email me about that. It depends on where you're from and what parole program in particular. Dr. Stranger, I'm outside the United States and I'm a green card holder. Will the travel ban affect me? I'm from Iran. I would get my butt back to the United States as fast as I can. Nesta, how long does a green card take to come when you land as an immigrant through a USC? Anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months or a little bit longer. Susu, if you have a felony count and your permanent residence has expired, what should you do? Well, you need to have a lawyer figure out if you can renew your green card or not. Kirazoza Felix, do you need your spouse to sign to get the conditions removed for the 2-year green card if you're divorced? No, there's a way to do it. You have to prove up the marriage was real. You need lots of evidence that the marriage is real. It's possible to get a 751 approved and the conditions removed without the spouse, but it's tricky. It's a lot of extra work. We got denied the 45 and we're set for deportation. What can I do? Well, you're going to have to try to defend yourself in deportation. They're going to tell you why you're deportable, and you're allowed to raise any defenses that you think you might have to deportation. Let's go to Abdullah. Hello, Abdullah.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So the situation is we have our CR1 interview to be scheduled in Jordan for my wife.
Okay.
And the NVC has approved as docket ready or documents ready case. The question is, I'm a naturalized citizen, and for my wife to prove that I'm a citizen, does she need my original naturalization certificate in the Amman Embassy, U.S. Consulate? Or what else should be given?
Sorry, it shorted out for a minute.
When my wife goes to the interview in Amman, does she need to take my original naturalization certificate as proof that I'm a U.S. citizen?
No.
Because I'm a naturalized citizen, so what means can she prove that I'm a U.S. citizen?
If the case has gotten that far, they're well beyond that point. They're not worried about that. You might have her bring a copy of it, but I wouldn't worry about that too much at all.
I'm only questioning this again because it states in NVC that all originals must be present for the consulate interview.
Yeah, that's about her. That's not about you.
Okay.
Then let me put it to you this way. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So our office has probably handled, I don't know, 4,000 of these cases, 3,000, 4,000 of these cases. We've never once sent the passport of the U.S. citizen or the certificate of citizenship, which would be the 2 ways to show that they're a citizen. They've never asked for it. I've never heard of anybody being asked for it. So I don't think you need to worry about this.
Perfect. And then as a follow-up question to that, do I need to send my original birth certificate from my home country?
Same thing.
Understood.
Color copies of your passport, color copies of your naturalization certificate, color copies of your birth certificate.
And with respect to the documents for W-2s and tax returns, last 3 years, or do I even need to give for 2025?
24.
Sorry, 24. Yes.
Yeah, if you have 24, I'd give it to him.
That is all I needed, sir. I appreciate you getting me on that question. Thank you so much for your help.
Good luck, Abdullah. See you, buddy. All right, let's go to Bob. Hello, Bob. Bob, are you there?
Immigration answers. So.
Go ahead. Bob, are you there? All right, Bob's out of here. All right, Abdullah is leaving. There goes Abdullah. Let's go to Teslima. Hello.
Hello. So, how are you?
Great.
So I have a question that I came last week on a spouse visa, and on my DS-260 we had selected the choice that they said they will mail my green card to the address where me and my wife live right now. I want to be able to take the right steps so that I can get my social security card and start working. Do I need to fill out the I-485 form? And how is this going to be submitted? Also, do I submit now or after receiving the green card in the mail?
Okay, so you're consular processing, right?
Yes.
You did a DS-260, right?
Yes.
And has the visa been approved?
Yes, visa have been approved. Yeah.
When?
3 or 4 days ago.
Congratulations. What embassy was it?
It was Dhaka embassy in
Which one?
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Okay. And so when do you think you're going to come to the United States?
I am in United States.
You came right away? Like you came the day that your visa came?
No. My visa have been approved at February 12th, and I came here March 5.
Okay. So between February 12th and March 5, did you pay your Ellis fee?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't have to do a 485. Your green card is going to come for you. The DS-260 sort of takes care of the 485 because you did consular processing. So you don't have to do a I-45. You just have to wait for your green card to come in the mail. So if you paid your Ellis fee, your green card should come probably sometime between now and May 5th. Usually it takes about a month or two for you to get your green card and your social security card. So you've done everything right. You just need to sit tight and wait.
Okay. I got you.
Good job.
Okay. Thank you.
See you, brother.
Okay.
All right. That was Taslima. Let's go to May. Hello, May.
Hi, Jim. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good. How are you? Thank you to let me in.
Sure.
I have a question. Can I file a 485 while the motion to terminate removal proceeding before BIA still pending?
Nope.
So I have to wait that. How long usually does it take?
A long time. They take as long. It can take 6 months to 2 years.
Oh, 6 to 2 years. Okay. What is that motion to remain?
Motion to remand. That's a request to send the case back to the immigration judge.
Oh, okay. So right now, I need to wait. Just wait.
Yep.
Okay. I have another question for my friends. If someone came here on inspections more than one time, any chance to get the green card?
How would they? Are they married to a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I think so.
Well, have your friend call in. I don't want to do a bunch of hypotheticals about how they could get them. If they want to call, have them call.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks, May.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jim.
See ya.
Happy Ramadan.
Thank you.
See ya. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
All right. There's someone in the waiting room says Marcos Spanish. I'm gonna pull him up, but looks like your camera's on. Marcos, are you there?
Hi there, I'm here. Yeah, thank you. I cannot put in my camera off. This is why I put the paper to cover my face. Is that okay?
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. Oh, where'd he go?
Well, first, thank you for your service. I'm living in New York State. I'm holding a R1 visa as religious work since 2023. So my visa just gonna expire in 2027 January. I have not the stamp anymore because my stamp was for 2 years, so I renew again for another 2.5 years. Anyway, I already applied for the 4th category, EB4.
Yep.
And I have the letter that say is approved. My I-36 is approved. But the problem is, apparently, I cannot apply now because my religious visa is not available now. So I have to wait Right now, they only give the visa for people in February 1st, 2021. So my question is, when my status like expired, that will be in January 2027. If my visa is not available to apply, I mean, if I'm not available to apply the I-485, do I have to leave the country? Um,
Yeah.
because yeah, if I have to leave the country, I know my visa I can reapply again after 1 year. If I do that, do I gonna lose my priority day, because my priority day now is September 2024. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. So this is a huge problem right now. Okay. So
Yeah.
for almost the whole time I've been an immigration attorney, it's been pretty easy. The F4 category has always been a very short line. But about 3 years ago, there started to be a big backlog because the Biden people started treating SIJ kids in the F4 category.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
so like I know Catholic churches, synagogues, mosques, everybody's having the same problem that you're having.
Yeah.
The answer to your question is, unless Congress fixes this, and I think they might fix this, but unless they fix this, you would have to leave at the end of your R1 time. When all your R1 time is up, you'd have to go. You wouldn't lose your place in line because your
All right.
immigrant visa case has nothing to do with your, as far as timing wise, it has nothing to do with your R1, has nothing to do with your F4 category. So you're fine. You'd
All
have to
right.
leave, wait out for the end of it, and hope that the religious organization still wants to sponsor you.
Yeah. So okay, so that's answer that if I leave and stay 1 year out, and after 1 year, if I apply again to come back under R1, I don't want to lose my priority time, I guess. Yeah, this is a
You wouldn't
that's what you
you wouldn't
say.
you wouldn't lose your priority time. The one thing I'd worry about is they might not let you come back on your R1 because you have the pending green card, because you've demonstrated immigrant intent and want to stay here. Then I think they might
Yeah.
give you a hard. Mhm.
So how can I apply them out from outside?
Yeah. So when your visa becomes current, then you'd need to notify them that you're going to consular process, and you'd have to go through the consulate and do a DS-260 and all that stuff to get your green card from overseas.
All right. So it's
What
a
country,
still possibility. Yeah.
what country are you from?
I'm from my nationality is Spain, from Spain, but
Okay,
I'm
good.
born in Brazil. But yeah, I live in my family is Spanish. It's from Spain. Is that gonna be affect anything because I'm born
No,
in different country of my nationality?
no, that's no big deal.
Okay. If other things, if I wanna fly now to visit my family, do you know I don't have the stamp anymore? So I saw one day you say something in your video about that. If I fly, I have to apply for the stamp in the embassy, and it can be a problem maybe because maybe they can deny to come back, or I
Or
have to
not,
do the
maybe not.
advance parole.
Well, you can't do advanced parole because you don't have a 45 on file. And
All
I
right.
do think it's not so much that they would deny your visa, it's that they put you in administrative processing and you might get stuck outside the United States for 6 months. Hopefully that wouldn't happen, but it could.
All right. Um. Yeah. Thank you for your. I think it's all for now.
Good
Thanks
luck,
so much.
Marcos.
Yeah.
Sorry I
Have
didn't
a
have
good
better news
day.
for you. Bye, buddy. Yeah, that R1 situation, it's messed up. And, sometimes I've had a couple of times where, especially moms, will think that they can hang out. Well, I had my R1 on file and, they filed an I-360 for me. So I can just hang out until that all gets sorted out and then I can adjust my status. And it's not like an H-1B. You can't just keep renewing your R1. It's not how it works. So it really sucks. Congress really needs to fix that. All right, there goes Marcus. Let's go back to TikTok. Hina. BBBB. Wife overstays visa. Now we're married. We've completed the application. Can you review our docs for a fee? Nope. No. We do not review documents. That's not what we do here. We are a law firm. We are in or out. We represent you all the way through. We take on the liability and the responsibility of shepherding your case all the way from start to finish. This is why we do not just review forms, because we would still be liable and we would not be getting paid, and it'd be a big old headache for us. And we believe that we offer a whole lot more value than just reviewing people's forms. Can an I-601 waiver be done before leaving the States? Can an I-601 waiver be done before leaving the States? Yes. No. 601? No. Not a 601. No, you'd have to do that after they invite you to complete that. But Annette, before you leave the United States, you should talk to an immigration attorney. You shouldn't rely on that question from TikTok. Albino. I have applied for my NATS, but I was denied. My green card will expire. What do I need to do? You need to renew your green card, and you need to figure out why your NATS was denied and whether you can reapply or not. A lawyer can help you with that. Bry says, I filed my I-130. Will I need to attend the interview with my husband if he lives in another country? He's in Colombia. I'm the U.S. citizen. He's the beneficiary. No, Bry or Bree. The U.S. citizen very, very, very rarely attends the interview, and usually nothing good happens when they do. So I would say most likely not, unless they ask you to. Adel says, is it okay to travel with a travel document from an AOS via marriage? If you're out of status, I would not leave the United States. I would not leave the United States under those facts right now, because so much weird things are going on with Trump and the border and who they're letting into the United States. I would not leave the United States. AK. I met the officer a week ago, 693 medical RFE after 45 interview. What's next? Well, it's too bad you didn't bring your medical with you. That's just going to slow things down. So now you're just waiting for the officer to pull your file back up onto their desk and finish it. Princess says, my friend lost her passport and is trying to apply for adjustment of status. What else can she use? I think I would start by getting a new passport and go from there. You got to have that passport. In theory, you could apply for a green card with a lost passport, but USCIS isn't going to like it. All right. Let's go to Olga. Hello, Olga.
Hi, Jim. Hi, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
Thank you for everything you do. So I've been listening to your show since November, when I decided to get married to my husband now. I have a couple of questions. I started speaking to you and I got disconnected. So my husband has been in removal. He's got withholding of removal from Uzbekistan for many years here. I know it's from your shows, it's two separate processes with I-130 and 485. And I know that we need a lawyer. The question that I have for you, I make good money. I'm a registered nurse. We open the accounts. We have the bills together. We live together. The marriage is bona fide. I have two main questions. He is not, I'm the owner of my condo. He's not on the mortgage and he is not on a deed. Is that a problem for USCIS?
Well, what other marriage evidence do you have? And why is that?
Because I purchased a condo a while ago. I have two children and we're thinking to buy something together in the future when he contributes financially.
Okay, so here's the thing. So he believe it or not, he's still in removal, right? He's still under the jurisdiction of the immigration court. So when someone is under the jurisdiction of the immigration court and they marry a U.S. citizen, you understand that you have to ask for a waiver. It's not a big form or anything, not like a 601 waiver, but you have to ask them for a finding that even though he's in removal, that you have satisfied them that it's a good faith marriage, right? So you have a higher standard than a regular person.
Yes.
You
So
know that?
let me tell you quickly what we have together. So we have a joint checking account, which we use together. I added my husband to my saving account that has 10,000 at all times. We have a joint Amazon account, joint Bank of America credit card, where he added me as an authorized user that we use for shopping and the expenses. All the bills, I have a car. I added him to a car title and car insurance. I added him to my hospital, medical, and dental insurance. I
Okay.
put my husband as a beneficiary on my 403B plan, where he is getting 1/3 along with my 2 children. And I also put him as being a beneficiary of my life insurance, also 1/3. I have 2 boys. I don't know what else would you
How,
suggest.
how long ago did you meet?
We met in November 2023. We're both volunteers and we were friends since November 2023. So we started dating the end of May of 2024. And we started talking about getting married in November because we were spending a lot of times together. And I was like, we're together, so let's get married. And, it's going to be, we love each other and it's going to be good for both of us. So we got married in the beginning of January.
When did he tell you about
this year.
when did he tell you about his immigration situation?
I kind of knew about it, but I never really, because his withholding of removal will expire, the current one, in 2029. He just got extended right before Trump came into the cabinet.
Yeah.
And we never even thought about, it's a problem. He's working on W-2, he's paying his taxes. And when Trump was coming into White House, I was like, what's going on? He says, don't worry about it. I want to be with you. I don't care about the papers. And I kind of started worried about the papers because God forbid he gets deported. What am I going to do?
Yeah. All right. So what's your question for me? This sounds, I mean, you got to meet that higher standard, but it sounds like an approvable case.
That's what I wanted to ask you. And the second question, so I put him anywhere I could except the house because I have 2 children and I want him to be motivated to make money and put some down payment so we could buy something together.
Yeah. That's just one piece of the puzzle. As long as you have other pieces and pictures and your kids knowing,
yes.
Yeah, driver's license at the same address, I think you're going to be fine.
Everything. The kids know, my mom knows. We're gonna have recommendation letters from the priest where we volunteer together. Everything is that's solid. Another question I have: I was in a relationship with the guy for 10 years before my husband, and in New York there is this thing. It's called domestic partner. He didn't have an insurance, so in order for me to put him on my hospital insurance, I had to get a domestic partnership license with him. I looked it up. It says if I get married, it gets obsolete. At that point, I don't have to file anything for it to be dissolved, nothing. What do you think?
So you were never married to that person, but you had a
No.
domestic partnership.
Yes, in New York, there is this thing that you could do in order for people to be able to use your benefits.
Yeah, interesting. And is that the person that you had the kids with?
No.
Okay.
I've been divorced since 2013.
So you've only been legally married one time.
2 times.
So 2 times plus the domestic partnership plus
Yes.
no. Well, wait. Is the Uzbek guy the third marriage or the second marriage?
The second.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, again, that's something I'd want to research a little bit, but it sounds like that's something you wouldn't even have to disclose.
That's what I wanted to know, because I know some states don't have it, some states do have it, but I Googled it multiple places. It says the moment you get married, it becomes obsolete. It's not in power anymore.
Well, I would talk to, I wouldn't rely on Google for that. I would talk to a family lawyer in New York about that business.
Okay, and from your experience, how long would it take if we file, let's say, I-130 in March until the end of everything with the immigration court? 5, 6 years?
4 or 5, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, and God bless you. Thank you for your help.
Bye, Olga. See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was quite a call, don't you think? I think so. She had lots of questions. Good questions, though. Bob thinks I'm mad at him, so I'm going back to Bob. Hello, Bob.
Hello, Jim.
What's up?
I'm good, sir. Thank you for everything you do, Jim. A
Sure, buddy.
friend recommended you to me, and I've been following you for a year now.
Nice.
I do
Thank
my
you.
best to follow the show every time, and I'm so amazed, and I so appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
thank you, sir. But Jim, I got a friend, and he's very worried. But let me just cut to the chase, then we can come back to it. The thing here is his relationship is not going good. And the last time you made a reel about you the possibility of canceling your case, because he already sent all his papers in. He's just about he in December he got his work permit. He came on asylum, but the relationship is not going good. So he's worried. So we was thinking about getting a divorce. And then I watched a reel from you and you said, when your papers are in and you haven't had an interview yet, you can still get a divorce because, you just don't see things going right. I don't know. I
Okay,
just
so
wanted to ask
let's call this guy Frank, okay?
Frank. Yeah, it's called
Frank. So Frank came to the United States when?
2019,
What kind of
November.
what kind of a visa?
He came on a B1, B2
From?
from Africa.
And he applied for a green card based on marriage when?
He applied for asylum first, but he applied for a green card based on marriage last year.
Did anything ever happen on his asylum case?
No, nothing happened. He came and a B1, B2, and then uh, right before his 2 or 3 days before, the thing got canceled, he filed in for asylum, so he got saved for that. And then while the asylum was on, he found a lady and he got married to her. And he, he
And
thought it
now
was
it's
going to work. Uh-huh.
now it's not going well.
It's not going well, and he's so scared and doesn't know what to do because he's thinking about going to an interview if both of them will go together, and she's refusing, she's spending all his money, and it's all about money, and she said a lot that's scary, talk about she's possessed and all kinds of stuff. She's just not being who she was when it started, and it's just all switched, and he's totally
Well,
confused. But
he still has the asylum case on file, right?
I think his lawyer said he canceled it because he didn't even tell him, and he called him later and said, "Oh, we canceled our asylum case without even telling." And he didn't even know the details, of canceling it or keeping it. He didn't know he was, a rookie novice.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
That's what the lawyer said. That's what he said. The lawyer told him that he was going to cancel the asylum. I don't know if he actually did, but I can tell him to call his lawyer and ask
Yeah.
if the asylum got canceled and if it can be, restored.
That sounds like all he's got. I mean, I would. If you're asking me, Jim, would you move forward with a spouse-based case in which the U.S. citizen is saying crazy stuff, not acting right, and is threatening the non-immigrant, threatening Frank's immigration status? I would say no. I would get as far away from that lady as I could.
Okay, but what about his case to stay? If he get divorced, his case will he still be called for an interview? That's what he's thinking about.
Well, if he gets divorced and he shows up and says we're divorced, they're going to say, well, they're going to go find that wife and get her to withdraw the I-130, and then the case is over. This case is over. It sounds like to me.
Okay, if the case is over, then what can he do?
Well, then we have to ask, does he still have the asylum case on file? That's why you don't dismiss an asylum case just because you got married, because you never know what's going to happen. We don't dismiss the asylum case until
And that's what that lawyer did, and he didn't even tell him the details. He just said he was going to dismiss, and he said, "Well, okay," because he didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's terrible.
So, do you think he should just proceed and try to be calm and see what happens at the interview, or he should go ahead and get divorced?
I would never go to a green card interview with a crazy lady. Never. Never, 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 never. I'd rather take my chances on my own than put my whole immigration future in the hands of a crazy person.
Okay, but do you think, Sergeant? But do you think he has any chances on his own?
Well, if his asylum case was real, he could try to bring that back. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else he's got, but
It was real.
Yeah. So I don't know. He probably needs a better lawyer. It sounds like. I don't know. It sounds like a mess.
Yeah, it is messy. But he got his work permit and he's waiting for that interview.
Well, we're
He got his
permitted.
permit in December.
Thanks for the call, Bob. I'm going to move on. Okay, buddy?
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Let's go to Mr. Hopeful. Hello.
Hello, Jim. How are you today?
Great. How are
Happy
you?
Ramadan. I'm
Thank
all
you.
right. My case is a bit. I wanted to find out because I'm adjusting my. I recently got married to my girlfriend, who's now my wife,
Okay.
and I adjusted my status from a G2 diplomatic visa.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering. I reach out to my embassy, and they know I'm here. But I'm wondering, USCIS says in their documents that they're going to send my packet to the I guess the UN. Sorry, let me just read it here. The USUN office and the visa office. So that they could probably verify my documents. So I'm wondering, do you have any experience with G2
Yeah.
diplomatic visas? And when the USCIS sends my packet, what are they seeking to establish?
That you were part of the diplomatic corps for your country and that everything you submitted to them was valid.
Perfect. So should I reach out to my embassy so that they know that my packet is coming and that just in case?
I don't think I would. I think I'd let it play itself out.
I see. Because as soon as I resigned my job when I was here in the United States.
Uh-huh.
So I'm no longer working for.
Yeah, I just don't want to make it look like. I mean, if you have friends there, I might tell a friend sort of.
I do have friends there. Yeah.
Pardon me?
I do have friends at the embassy.
You do or don't?
I do have.
Yeah. So I would tell them casually, but I wouldn't make like an official announcement to the embassy. Hey, it's me, and I've got this new thing pending. I wouldn't do that. I don't want to make it look like you're trying to work the refs, if that makes sense. If you're trying to, you know what I mean?
I understand. So they are gonna send my packet to my embassy, right? Not the Department of State, right? Visa office.
Oh, maybe both. Maybe both. Probably both. Yeah.
And when I do show up at the interview, should I come with letters of my previous employer?
Yeah, I would. And there's a special waiver form you have to fill out when you try to go from diplomatic to adjust based on marriage. You know about that, right?
Yes, the form 566 and the 508. I did fill out all of them together.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So thank you so much, Jim, for all you do.
You sound like you'd be a great diplomat to me. You have a very nice, calm demeanor.
That's what I've been doing for the past 7 years. But right now, I'm just planning on switching it up a bit.
All right, great. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Good luck, everything. Bye.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to knock out our TikTok questions. Oh, let's see. U.S. citizen parents sponsor adult unmarried children. Priority date 2018. How long again for green card? Well, I mean, that's going to be 12 years or more. Natasha, I have a stamp in my passport pending I-751. Can I go to a funeral in Jamaica? Do you have your extension letter? I guess you probably gave that to them. I don't know. I don't think anybody should leave the United States. Unless you're a U.S. citizen, I don't think anybody should leave the United States for the next 6 months. It's just too crazy. But I think generally that might be okay. What can DACA recipients expect from the Trump administration? A big pile of poo. That's what the DACA recipients can expect from the Trump administration. They're on the list. They're going to be put into removal as Trump builds up these camps. He's going after criminals first, and DACA people are on the list. Can I sponsor my mom if she left the United States? She was in the U.S. for over 15 years undocumented. Yes, you can, but she probably has a 10-year bar. Sydney, can I file the I-45 with the I-797C while waiting on the I-130 to be approved? Yes, you can if your priority date has become current. Epic moment 2020. Are they slowing down Muslim people or just countries considered Muslim? Because I'm in France, but I'm Muslim. That's always true. They're always slowing down Muslim immigration cases. Nature clips. If I forgot to file the I-865 after moving, but did update it online, is that an issue? I'm not sure what an I-865 is, but always update your address as soon as you can. If you missed it, just do it now. Shoab, does travel ban affect green card holders, especially 10 years? No, it doesn't. All right. I'm going to end the show per Hina's request with Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
Great. What's up?
I'm so glad you picked on us, but thank you for everything that you've been doing. I have 2 or 3 questions, but
Great.
I'm about to file for my N400. Now, I guess my first concern is that I got a ticket, like a citation, when I was using my phone. That was on the same day that I got my driver license. And this is very important because DPS says that I got the ticket 2 months after I had actually gotten it. Now, I received it back before I applied for my green card. And on my 485, I had put in the date that I think is correct. Okay, so there's a difference of 2 months between my date and the date that DPS says. So my first question is, what should I do with N400? Which date should I include?
The date that you got it.
Okay, not DPS?
No.
So would that not be a discrepancy, like differentiation?
Well, it is, but it's nothing anyone's going to care about. All they're going to care about is, did you take care of the ticket? That's all they want to make sure.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, the second question, I did receive a parking ticket. Should I include that in my N400?
Nope.
So only include the using the phone ticket.
Moving violations. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's everything. I
Mike.
appreciate it.
See you, bud. All right, that'll do it for today's show. Like I said, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central, early morning show tomorrow. I'm heading off to the gym now, and then I got meetings all afternoon. So I hope you guys all have a good night, a good day, a good fast if you're fasting. Peace and love to all. Be kind to each other. Big ups to all the yardies. Thank you to Hina for the help. And we'll see you guys mañana at 10 a.m. Bye, guys. Bye, friends on TikTok. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease.